It's time for...
the Turk's latest and greatest.
And...
your worst nightmare.
I do like that they have the exact same pose on the box. That's pretty cool. And it's funny that these two came out, I think, on the same day, because we literally went from 0 Elena figures to 2. So there was never just one. That's pretty funny. Let's just get the big one out of the way. And this is also very special. This little, supposedly, sea salt ice cream.
Or better yet, ice cream!
Is vanilla
No
okay?
vanilla.
Is the first ever food product that has been recreated in figure form from the Final Fantasy VII universe. You wouldn't think that this would be special, but it actually is. It's really special for some reason. If there are any other Final Fantasy figure food products out there, please let me know, because I think this is a really fun little fact about this figure and about Final Fantasy figures as a whole. Her suit has some sort of hint of purple in there, but it's mainly just a matte black or a very, very dark gray.
What asshole decided our uniforms had to be black?
I think the expression looks pretty good. It looks like Elena. At the very least, the hair is opaque. It doesn't look like some sort of translucent jelly. It's still very, very shiny, a bit too shiny for my taste, but still looks like hair at the very least. There's a bit of a gap here. I don't know if that's something that can be adjusted. I am going to change the face because I'm definitely going to be displaying her with the ice cream, and I think she should have a bit of a smirk when she's eating that ice cream. Altogether, she comes with 10 hands, and she can hold a grenade in both of her hands at the same time.
Better keep that toy where I can see it, lest you want a hole in your head.
And she can obviously also hold her gun and her ice cream. Open palms, closed fists. This is really good, actually. I'm really happy with this. The first time I saw this gun up close, I think it's at the Temple of the Ancients, where there's a close-up of this gun and she's pointing it at Red or something like that.
You're not getting past me. I'm a Turk. God damn it.
I actually laughed out loud because I thought it was like, oh my god, of course she has a gun like this. And of course, here's a close-up of the ice cream. Very simple, very clean. This is definitely, in my opinion, supposed to be a sea salt ice cream. And of course, the Gold Saucer would sell those, so that's pretty fun. And she does have a really tiny and easy to lose bracelet, so be careful on her left arm. It's the one thing that I'm certain of. She's gonna hold that ice cream like that. And let's change her face too. This is kind of what I'm missing from a lot of the other figures. Stuff like this, that you can do something fun with it. Why doesn't the Play Arts Shin of Vincent come with Queen's Blood cards? Why doesn't he come with the ID card scanner? Because that would be fun. And Square Enix hates fun. Unless it's this. This is cute. This is fun. I like this. More of this, please. And now to decide what she's gonna hold in her other hand. I don't know. I like it and it's fun, but is it more her character to hold a grenade behind her back? You know? I don't think of her as a gunslinger. I think the ice cream with a grenade is such a nice contrast. Like, a grenade with these colors is nothing to joke about, you know? But this barely looks like an actual weapon. And I would say Elena is a dangerous character. No matter how cute she may look, she is. She's frighteningly psychopathic.
I say we put him down.
There we go. I feel like that really captures her her character. Now it's time for the older model, the shorter model, the bluer model. Wow, look how blue that is in comparison. Now this is a hilarious contrast. Wow. The size difference, considering how similar the boxes were, actually. Like, they're almost just as thick, they're almost just as wide, it's just taller. But then here's the difference in the figures. Like, she's, I don't know, 300% bigger? I'm gonna do a proper comparison with all the Turks for both of these, obviously, later, but I'm also going to compare Elena to the other female characters in the Bring Arts line specifically because I feel like this one is really small. She even has these really, really high heels. So I'm like, oh my goodness, has she always been this small? The one thing that I don't understand is her neck. Why is it that long? Is that right? And it's completely stuck. You can't really push it in. Yeah, the neck is weird, but maybe that's accurate. Maybe she has a really long neck. Some people are like that, but I doubt it. And this one comes with 8 hands instead of 10 for the Play Arts Kai. And this, I had no idea that she came with a grenade. That is hilarious. Wow. Take a look at that. I like that pose. She's kind of like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Here's a grenade. And let's just compare these two side by side before we do anything else. And I gotta say, I like them both in spite of the issues. I think it's clear that they're both the same character, and I think the only difference other than like the obvious design choices, she's wearing a more black suit, there's more details with the pockets and stuff. I think the only actual difference is her breast size? I feel like these are bigger. Am I crazy? It could just be because this is a tighter suit. I don't know. And you can just see the way that the light is hitting over here and not really hitting over here. But that can just be because this is a shiny suit and this is a matte suit. I don't know. But maybe they are bigger. Not something that I care about. She is kind of wearing high heels in Rebirth, but definitely not as high or as tall as the original ones. And obviously, she's no longer wearing fingerless gloves. Before I place these two in the collection, I think I'm gonna compare this one to the other Bring Arts ladies.
Ladies?
In many ways, she is the smallest. She has the smallest hands, the smallest feet, maybe even the smallest face and eyes and mouth. But because of her high heels, she's somehow also the tallest. But if she didn't have those high heels, she would have been the smallest in almost every way. Another thing that I've never thought about before until I saw Elena next to all the other female characters is that depending on how you define what Jessie's wearing, Elena is the first female figure that's actually wearing pants. And that is so fascinating. And I was about to say that, oh, she's only wearing pants because wearing a suit or a tuxedo is part of being a member of the Turks. Or, as some people might call them, the Tux, as in tuxedo. But we do actually have a female character who stopped being a Turk and she's still wearing pants. And I don't even know where I'm going anymore, so let's just put them in the collection.
Are you drunk?
And here's Elena figure number 1 and number 2. And although this literally completes my Elena collection, like these are the only 2 Elena figures that exist, I sort of have to say that I'm still missing one because Elena is the only character from this whole Shinra lineup that doesn't have a polygon mini figure.
I'm busy being sad.
Yeah, it is sad, but because we didn't get Elena and we didn't get Vincent, it feels like a promise that we are gonna get another polygon mini line for the 3rd game. So we definitely have something to look forward to.